What's up, guys? So, if you're wondering what are you looking at, this is a game called Conflict of Nations. And, yeah, so what you're seeing here is, if you don't know what Kingston is, it's basically Jamaica. And, yeah, I'm kind of at a Cold War stance, but... Okay, so let me just quickly explain to you what's happening. I spawned in as Mexico. The worst possible spawn ever because it just does not give me a lot of stuff. And you see this green and black colored lines? That's Guatemala that I took over. Because I just had to take over all of its resources. I'm slowly taking over all of Central America because I do not have enough resources. And what you're seeing here is my naval ship slowly heading towards Guatemala. And also, my airstrike is slowly headed... Wait, my ship is headed to Guatemala? No, I already have Guatemala. Ship headed to Jamaica, airstrike headed to Jamaica. Yeah, Jamaica is not going to be hard to take over, really. Just send in one more bomb strike, and then have my naval fleet just come in. How long are you still here for? 47 minutes? You cannot be embarking here for 47 minutes. No, it was actually 4 hours. I just started recording this 3.5 hours later. My tank decides to take a plane to the port so that I can take a ship. Wait, what's coming up here? Oh, my 11th infantry. Now, if you're wondering, why do I only have one ship deployed? I don't. I'm making more. Lots more. From 5 here, going all the way up here, I had to about 9. Yeah, I'm just at a Cold War stance with Jamaica, and I'm just kind of ending it right now because I just do not want to fight them. I really don't. They will probably get some action. This is headed there. Oh, okay. Nope. No, you're not gonna get some action. You're just watching me going through this thing. Okay, so let me explain to you what this whole thing is. This is basically your inventory and arsenal. So you could have 3 types of warheads: conventional, chemical, and nuclear. Obviously, nuclear is going to be the biggest and most effective. But these also have penalties too. So when you actually launch them, you would, or let's say I launch one from Guatemala City. I would actually lose my morale there. I don't know what morale is, so it's probably just like faith in the military or something. They're probably just gonna lose faith in that, so they'll be like, oh, why did you launch nukes? I don't know. These are your supplies. I basically get like 10,000 per day, and then I could just sell half of that to get more cash to buy more of this, which I actually do need. Components, basically a key essential for building your military, along with fuel and electronics, but I get more supplies and everything else. And the lowest, really, is my rare materials. Now, what I'm basically doing is I'm using half my supplies, cutting them in half, and getting lots of money, and then using that money to buy rare materials, because key components and rare materials are key exponents on basically just making your military stronger. And it's also a way to actually build these warheads. So if I get more, let me go over to my research, to missiles. Yeah, as you can see, if I click this, it actually gives you a list on everything that you need. I have both supplies and money, I do not have enough rare materials in order to start building my warhead program. Excuse me, I should say guided missile program. And then these are basically kind of like stages of your research. You unlock one tier and then you unlock the next and the next. But what really happens here is that in your first day, you can't unlock everything. You have to wait on day by day. So let's say you're Russia or the US or China. If you can unlock everything in your first day, you're pretty much set. Like you could get motorized infantry and airborne infantry. Your two main battle tanks. 2 of your support artilleries. A helicopter. 2 fighter jets. A bomber. Your first corvette. A sub. And your first missile program. So, yeah. That's kind of why I'm invading all these other countries, because I am screwed. The airstrike, like the the Karate Kid that dwells within you, grasshopper. Hiya! That is actually really funny. Okay, so let me actually explain the mapping system. So your territory, and I would believe your allies would be green. Your friendly neighboring countries would be blue, and hostiles would be red. This is why part of Suriname is red, because Brazil tried to take it over. Suriname pushed him back, but what Suriname did not do is that he did not put military here in order to stop a rogue state. That's why that bit is red and it's called a rogue state, because I imagine that something bad happens, like a local militia rises up and it's like, hello, you're dead. That's basically what's happening here. Oops. You do actually get different temperature climates for different things. For example, Canada can actually have multiple, since it's like high up. The US can't, but I also can, because I could have multiple myself, as like deserts, mountain ranges, plateaus, like, or open ground, unless a plateau. But you always get mostly sea access if you're not surrounded by other countries like Bolivia, Paraguay, and other countries like that. If you say Brazil is surrounded by other countries, you're wrong. It has a huge sea access. Also has lots of port cities too, so. Now, what a lot of people don't really do on this game is go straight for the capital cities. Now, what Brazil didn't do, actually, was head for this city. I'm not going to even try and attempt to say the name, because I don't want to. Let's go take a look at Europe. See how these guys are doing. Oh, Germany has a couple of rogue states itself, actually. Like I said, not putting military in conquered districts. Amsterdam is now a rogue state, along with, whatever that is. And, yeah. In the Netherlands, but, well, I don't think that... Yeah, I believe that Germany is actually still online, so they're going to be taken over quickly. Oh, looks like that, Yeah, it looks like that Paris, no, France is actually just taken over now. Now let's take a look down here. Oh god. Okay, Savage. Okay, Germany is actually just going for multiple countries, so. He went for Austria, and now he's going for Hungary. I'm actually gonna have to message Russia or the US to tell them that Germany's actually just getting a bit too scary, preferably their neighbors. Okay, so it looks like that Poland actually has Kaliningrad, but this is state of war, apparently. Belarus is always just happy with its one city, another place where you don't want to be good at. Oh, it's at 92 morale. Damn. Let's take a look down here. What is going on down here? Another rogue state. Okay, so it looks like Egypt and Turkey have actually met there. And it looks like that Israel is actually just surviving, barely. That's what's happening in the Middle East. How's China doing? Oh, what is this? What is North Korea doing? And China's not even doing anything, really. Oh, there I am. So, let's actually just check on Jamaica to see how they're doing. Almost done with their air base. That's not good. That is really not good. That's not good. My fighter is coming in for another airstrike in 38 minutes. And my naval ship is actually coming in, but it's gonna be really late at night when it comes in, so yeah. That's episode 1, really, of Conflict of Nations, the beginning. I think all of us should just join an empty game. I'm good. Okay. Okay, so that's basically the entire basics, really, of Conflict of Nations. Yeah, you basically just declare war on people, take their resources, try and start world wars. That's what basically Germany is doing, just taking over lots of countries. I'm actually gonna message the US and Russia to actually do something about that. Starting a conversation with United States. I'm also going to send that to Russia. Okay, so somehow the U.S. is not on top of the lead. That's not right. So let me actually explain what the peace thing is and what the computer and all this stuff is. So basically, there's like two types of player. There's like two things of player types. There's an active player and there's a computer player. I don't really have to specify that. Computer player, AI, active player, normal person playing the game. But the relations is actually getting a bit more complicated. You can actually declare war by this by just hitting the war button with this. I should actually go into a nation that is not active. Like, let me see, Panama. I'll just see that for Panama, because I just... okay, so war is basically the two guns pointed at each other. Trade embargo, that basically just cuts off the trades. Peace, no wars, obviously. Right of way, I actually have no idea what that is. There is a military pact with the NATO star. And there's shared intelligence, which is basically like covert special ops. Like if Russia and the US actually became allies and they have different intelligences on North Korea, and China is in the middle of it, so we would share intelligence of what is basically happening, like that sort of thing. You could list all this out, but I don't recommend just going straight in with like 13 wars. If you were like a small country like Mexico, you would basically be eliminated within seconds. Especially if it's a game that is already continued. Like, I've joined in the game really late, I think. So, yeah, I'm basically just trying to keep the peace, just taking out small countries, and then I'm probably not going to go for Central America. Like, obviously no one's even reading this. But, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, or message me on Facebook if I post this on Facebook. If you guys want to see another episode of this, most likely I'm going to do another episode of this of basically what it looks like to invade another country. So yeah, peace out. See you next time.